8th graders, I wanted to do some of the assignments from quiz 1 to help you get 100% on the quiz. So I'm going to access it. If you haven't started the quizzes, you can just click, actually I can do that here. I can just click that here. And I know I clicked quiz 2, but I'm actually going to be looking at the assignments from quiz 1. Okay, so once your quiz pops up, you can exit out. Okay, so I'm going to do these 3 here, just a couple of practice problems to show you guys. Okay, so ready to practice. Alright, so for this very first one, it says point Q prime is the image of Q, and the point is -7, -6, under the translation xy, where x is equal to x plus 12 and y is equal to y plus 12. Okay, so what you're doing here is you are taking this point and you are doing these things right over here. Okay, so for example, for this first one, if I started at -7, well, under translation it would be -7 plus 12. Okay, so, and I'm doing it with my laptop here, so this doesn't look so great. But that would be -7 plus 12. And that would give me my new x. Okay? My new y would be -6 plus 8. That gives me my new y value. Alright, so -7 plus 12, that is equal to 5. -6 plus 8 is equal to 2. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to move on to the next question here. Okay. It says, plot the image of point P under a translation by 5 units to the left and 3 units up. Okay, so here's P right here. This is the point. And now we're going to translate it. And we're going to translate it 5 units to the left. So if we start here, we're going to go 5 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it says 3 units up. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I went 5 units to the left, and then I went 3 units up. Alright, so that shows me how to do those two, and I think the next 2 questions are very similar to those, yeah. They're very similar to those, so I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. Okay, what about translate shapes? Alright, let's go. Okay, so this one, so it says draw the image of quadrilateral A, B, C, D under the translation by 2 units to the right and 5 units down. Okay, so basically we're starting with this right here. Okay, A, B, C, D. We're starting with this blue box. And now we have to translate it, and we have to translate it by 2 units to the right and then 5 units down. So I'm going to take this green box and I'm going to superimpose it on top of this other one, and all I'm doing is just making that exact same shape. Okay, so now I have ABCD, and then I have ABCD prime. So I'm going to move this green box, and I'm going to move it 2 units to the right. So that would be 1, 2, and then 5 units down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I'm going to check it. And if you get this wrong, it's probably because your mouse is getting glitchy, or you didn't move the box either right or down. So just be aware. So right obviously is going this way, left would be going the other way, and then of course down, down, up, you would be going up on the Cartesian plane. Alright, and then this one right here, same sort of thing. I'm going to take this green box, I'm going to make it the same shape as the blue box. And now it says draw an image of triangle ABC under translation by 2 units down. So here's my shape, and I'm going to just do 2 units down. So 1, 2. I'm not moving to the left, I'm not moving to the right, I'm just moving down. Alright, so that's translate shapes. And then the last one, determine translations. I might have to make a new video for this. Okay, so essentially it says triangle A prime or ABC prime is the image of triangle ABC under translation. So here is our original, okay? And I know that because it says that this is the one that's under translation. So notice it doesn't have those little apostrophes, it doesn't have the indicator that it's the prime. So this right here is the original. And then this over here is the translation of it. Okay, so if I start here and I move over here, then how much am I moving either left or right, and how much am I moving either up and down? Okay, so if I start at C, how many squares am I moving to get to over here? Okay, so I can count, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I moved 8 to the left. Okay. Now, if I start here, my other triangle is obviously above it, so I would be moving up now. But how many units am I moving up? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units up. Okay, so I use the C angle. However, you can do this with A or B. It doesn't have to be C, that's just what I use, because you're going to get the same answer. This whole shape is translated by 8 units left and 5 units up. Another way you can do it is you can just look at your points, but I like to count them. The counting for me works. Alright, so I'm going to hit check, go to the next question. Okay, so now instead of having the actual shapes here, it's just giving me the points. Okay, so it says point P prime 1, 5 is the image of P negative 3, 1 under a translation. So this is your original. So if you start here at negative 3, 1, what do you have to do to get here? Okay, so there's 2 ways you can do this. You can make a little Cartesian plane, and please excuse my very rough drawing. It says negative 3, 1, so then that would be over here. Ah, that was really bad. Okay, so there's a couple ways you can do this. You can plot your point, so negative 3, 1, so that would be, if this is our origin, it would be 1, 2, 3, and then up 1. So there's my original. And if I am getting over here to 1, 5, then that would be 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if I started here, if this was my original and I went to right there, then I need to know, am I moving left or right, and am I moving up or down? Clearly, I'm moving to the right and up. Okay? And I can count. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 to the right. And then how many up? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 up. Okay, another way that I can do that is I can just count from here. So if I start at -3 and I go to 1, I would be moving over 4 positive places. If I start at 1 and I go to 5, I would be moving 4 positive places. Okay, and if we move right, that's positive. If we move up, that's also positive. All right, so that is how I do those assignments in that first quiz to help me get 100% on quiz number 1. If you have any more questions, let me know. I can meet with you one-on-one in a Zoom, or I can see where you're getting stuck at, and I can make you a video just for you. Thanks. Bye.